really happy today to be in this forum and get the chance to present how we were training, coaching in a systematic way. And today I'm going to refer a lot to Newbody. This is the company I was working there for 5.5 years, and we were implementing Dojo there. But I finished working there from last month, and from 1st of September, I'm working at H&M as supply chain strategist. And at Newbody, I was responsible for inbound flow, including assortment development, purchasing, and sourcing. Only some background about me. And because I have only 10 minutes, I will explain very shortly what is Dojo, and then focus mostly on the Newbody cases, how we were training, coaching at Newbody, and at the end, some reflections and learnings. What means Dojo? In our context, it was mostly we were using the word as the place for studies or learning or training, coaching. But if you look into other contexts like philosophical or religious context, it has much more deeper meaning and understanding of Dojo. I'm really not expert on that. I guess Tilo knows much more about this. And if you have some question about the meaning of that, you can ask him at the end. But it comes traditionally from martial arts. But in our context, again, it's the place for training, coaching. It means Dojo. Before I continue and explain how we were training, coaching, I would like to show the way of working at Newbody in a very simple picture. And you see in this puzzle, we have 4 parts. And maybe one of the most important part or the main important part was the continuous improvement. And the other parts were somehow connected to continuous improvement. We had some framework for KPIs and measuring the performance of Newbody in different parts regularly, most of the KPIs monthly. And as soon as that we could see some deviations from the goal that we had for each KPI, then we said, okay, we have a problem here and we need to fix it in the structure that we have for continuous improvement. Or we had the daily management. Each day we started our day at Newbody in different groups, different levels with very short meetings to just take the decisions very quickly in small batches and not wait for a meeting at the end of the month, at the end of the week. So every day we had some meeting to take decisions. And if we needed to solve a bigger problem that we couldn't solve it during the day, again, we use the continuous improvement structure to solve that problem. Or maybe we decided about something and we wanted to follow it up later on. And again, we use the continuous improvement structure to follow it up with quick fix or in the way of A3 thinking and so on. And then we had a very visual set. We had a board to show all the continuous improvements on the boards. It helped us to see how many improvements that we are working and we could prioritize between them. And when I'm talking about the continuous improvement in Newbody, historically, we were working very much with quick fix and A3 problem solving methodologies. And I think maybe most of you are familiar with those concepts, and they are coming from the Toyota production system. And we were training coaching in the context of A3 problem solving very much. And recently, in the past years, we were also working with the Kata improvement as well. It was challenge-driven improvement as well. And at the end, it doesn't matter when you are coaching, it's A3 or Kata, is the same way of thinking. That if you train, you become better coaches, it doesn't matter at the end. It's A3 or Kata. Yeah, so we were training the coaching mostly for A3 problem-solving methodologies. And there we had 2 different parties. One person or one group as improver, the person that wants to solve a problem or assigned to solve a problem. And on the other hand, we had the coach, the person that wants to help the improver to solve the right problem in a right way. And that's the role of coach is coming in, that you want to assure that you are solving the right problems. And in order to increase the quality of problem solving, both parties need to increase the quality of their working. I mean, both improver and coach. And improver are working always with A3 structure, with the PDCA way of thinking, plan, do, check, act methodology. And the coach also needs to train the way of coaching to make balance between those two parts. I can explain more in details. Sorry if the quality is not so good and it's in Swedish also, but it's simply the A3 problem solving. And in left side, we have the plan part. It's based on the PDCA loop of thinking. In the left side, you have the plan, and in the right side, you have do, check, act to solve the problem. And the plan consists of different parts. Define the problem. How is the current situation? What is your goal? And what is the analysis to feel between the goal that you have and the problem that you have? So you are putting lots of time here to define the problem. And here, it's very important. If you analyze many different A3, you see that many improvers have similar problems to get the good quality of problem solving. For example, in defining the problem, it's very common that you see the improver is jumping to the solutions already there when he's defining the problem. Or when the improver is defining the problem, is just defining some part of the problem, and don't see the entire problem, or just seeing the symptom of the problem. Or in the current situation, we are observing that many improvers are lacking the facts or data there. Or in analysis, we see that the analysis is not coupling directly to the problem. So there are the same patterns of the problem in problem solving that we are seeing between many improvers. And the role of coach is very important here, that come and support the improver to solve those problems and increase the quality of problem solving. And at Newbody, we had some agreements between coach and improver. At each part, the improver should present each part to his or her coach. And when they are agreed, okay, we have defined the problem correctly, we are happy now, then we could mark it, okay, we had a good coaching, then we can continue to next part. Let's see what we have the current situation. And then when we define here, and then coach was happy and the improver was happy, okay, we had coaching here also, then we can go further to the next part. So coach was with the improver the entire journey of the problem solving, each step together, they were moving forward to solve the problem. And it was important, the role of the coach, that the coach was not giving the solution to the improver. The role of the coach is to ask the right questions and help the improver solve him or herself the problem. It's easy to say that, but it's really hard as a coach to just ask the question and not giving the solution or doing the coaching in the right way. And what we did at Newbody, we tackled the problem in two different ways to increase the quality of the coaching and train the coaching. The first thing was that we had education for all the employees at supply chain department to understand what is the goal of coaching. So everyone get the same understanding why the coaching is important, the theory of that. At the end of the sessions, all the employees get the chance to coach each other on real cases. So all employees, we divided them to different groups and then start to coach each other. And then they could see it's important for coach to have a reference. It's important for coach to understand what is a good answer and what is not. And the coach needs to have some techniques to ask deepening questions, mostly open questions, to help the improver to solve the problems. And we had some employees that resist in some way to get coaching because they didn't understand why coaching is important. But after these sessions, this training, the acceptance rate was increased. And everybody in the organization, they understand, okay, what is the role of coach in this case? Why it's so important that we have a coach also in the problem solving. But the other part that we call it Dojo was the training for the leaders and managers and team leaders. And at supply chain department, Newbody, we had at least once per month a meeting that we call it Dojo. And together we try to train coaching together there. And now I know at Newbody, we have started for all the leaders in the company, not only the supply chain department. Then we have divided all the leaders to the smaller group, and they are training Dojo every month together right now. And then everybody in this group bring one real case. The real case, it can be a case that I'm improving or I'm the coach. And then we are playing different roles in those meetings. One person is improver, one person is coach, and the other person are observators. I can show it in pictures, maybe more clear. In this case, we have the Malin here, and Malin has one A3 that she's working with, or she's the coach of that A3 in the real world. And then Eric is the coach for Malin. And then it can take maybe 10 minutes that Eric try to coach Malin in one part or 2 or 3 parts of A3, depends on. And then we, Anna and me, are observing the coaching situation. And it's very important here, we are not focusing on context of A3 or Malin as improver. We are focusing on Eric, because Eric here is the coach, and everyone is observing Eric. How is Eric doing the coaching? And afterward, after 10 minutes, everyone is reflecting about those coaching sessions. What was good? What was missing there? What could be better? And then we discuss it together with all leaders together. And then it's very important that we write it down in a document, because it's important to follow it up later on also. And Eric knows, okay, I got 2 very positive feedback and I got 2 constructive feedbacks that I need until the next meeting, next month, work on those 2 constructive feedback. And then he will train in real world with all the A3 that he's coaching there in real world. He tried to implement the learnings of this meeting. And then in the next session, again, Eric is coach again, and we other people observing him again. Has he done some improvement, or he is still lacking those qualities? So we are training in a systematic way. And then it can take maybe 20 minutes, that one coaching session, and then we are replacing people. In this case, Malin is coach now, and Anna will be the improver. So we have 1 hour meeting every time. So we maybe have time for three different coaching sessions. So it is what we call Dojo and training coaching at Newbody. And everyone had the chance to get better and improve continuously. Some reflections and learning. I hope that I have not used my 10 minutes, but I try to be very quick here as well. We have seen after a while that the quality of improvement really increased, because the people that are working with A3, they understand the role of coaching, and the coaches are delivering the better quality. So A3 has the better quality at the end, and we are solving the problem with higher quality at the end. It's something that you will see in I would say in between 3 to 6 months. You will see the result on the quality of the improvement. And it's very important that one part of the problem solving is to solve the problem. Another important part of that to improve the quality of people, because the people are the most important assets in your organizations. And we could see also that the people are coaching themselves before they are coming to a coaching sessions. So everyone, the improver, were also asking the same question of him or herself. Okay, what would the coach would put some question in this session? Then they are proactively working also on some coaching session with themselves as well. So the people on this way are improving their quality of problem solving as well. Another reflection is that we as leader always, we have 100 things to do. And it's very easy to say, okay, we don't have time this month really to train coaching, but don't do that. I mean, it's so important. If you want to put time in your organization for problem solving and have quality on that, it's really important also you have the good coaching and quality in the coaching. So prioritize that in the management team and try to train together. And then patience and follow-up, train, and train. It can take time. It can be same mistake that you are doing for many sessions, for 6 months maybe, but you can see the improvement after a while, and you will see that, okay, you see some progress in your coaching abilities, of course. So it can take time, but don't give up, and try to train together in a group. Yeah, that was my short presentation about the dojo and how we are training coaching.